Good afternoon, Monster fans. This is Monsterkitbuilder with the figure of the day. This is my new figure. It is the Showa 1968 King Ghidorah figure that I received from a place, A-Express, as I would like to say. Now, I did not pay much for this figure, so I wasn't expecting too much from it, or out of it. But when I did receive the order yesterday, as I did post a short video, I was actually quite impressed because right now, as far as maneuverability and flexibility and segments and posability, SH Monster Arts is pretty much the forerunner of those. And so everybody's considering this a knockoff or a bootleg version of King Ghidorah. Let me move the light here. But I don't think so, because the reason being is, first of all, Monster Arts didn't put out this version of King Ghidorah. They have the 1991 version, which I'm going to compare to it. And when I'm looking at this figure here, it doesn't compare side by side with the 1990. I thought maybe they just got the body and, just added a few pieces and then made it the Showa version. But this is actually, looks like the sculpt is actually, they didn't use the same pieces, the main points of it at all. The wings are different. Of course, the heads are different. The necks are different. The tail's different. Actually, the body construction looks somewhat, just a little similar, but it's not the same thing. So actually, that's its own thing. So it's considered a bootleg, but as far as this is the only King Ghidorah figure of this year of this kind. So this is like the forerunner of it, because there's not another one of it to compare to unless there's another company doing the same thing. Now, the wings are different, of course. And I have the SH Monster Arts 1991 King Ghidorah. And as you can see, the wings are a lot bigger on this one. As far as the camera goes, it doesn't show it, but you can see how spread out the wings are here, and they're not as spread out on the Monster Arts. You can see how thin it is. Thicker this is. The wings are different. Of course, the neck is different. The segments on the neck is a lot different. Segments are different here. Of course, the heads are different. It's the 1991 version, but the bottom of the neck is different. The legs aren't as wide as this one. The feet kind of look the same, but they're not. I can see the toes are spread out a little bit more than this one. The tail's not as long. So this is just a different figure all within itself. Now, the quality of it is really good. I mean, for what it is, the joints are a little loose. And just like with the Monster Arts, if you mess with it too much, they're gonna pop off and come off, and they'll break and stuff. And I did receive this. It's summer here, so the packages was probably traveling through a lot of heat. And I did like the plastic, because the plastic was flexible, but it didn't break. None of the pieces were broken. I was very surprised, since it came from like China, I believe. But it has all the posability. You have all the joints in the leg and the feet, and of course the head. The mouth opens and closes. He looks like King Ghidorah, the Showa version, if you can take a look at that. It's a really good figure. I mean, for the price, I couldn't beat it. You can't beat it, actually, and you can't find it because he's the only company that's making these. But as far as quality, I like the quality. It's not up there as Monster Arts. You can tell there's a difference in the plastic or whatever. But you're not going to be sitting there. You're just going to pose it a couple times and then set it on a shelf. It's going to stay there, and that's where it's fine. I don't see a problem with that. I mean, if you're going to sit there and mess with it every single day for hours at a time, just messing or playing with it, of course it's going to start giving away and stuff like that. But just like with any figure does, and it's going to get loose and stuff like that. But this is more, for those of you who are my age and grew up with this and love this version, this is a must-have, I would think. I would get them now while they're available, because if SH Monster Arts does put this figure out, it's going to cost. It's going to cost quite a bit. And of course, just like I said, mess with it too much, the little piece will come off. It's just his lower jaw. It has a little ball joint in there. Just pop it back on. No big deal. But like I said, if you're not going to be messing with it, just set it on a shelf and display it. This is a perfect figure. I would recommend it, but I'm not going to guarantee, because I got mine. It was in good condition. There was no pieces broken. All the pieces were there. It looks great. There's no flaws in it. I love it. I like it. If you like it too, go ahead and grab yourself one. And this, of course, this is the SH Monster Arts version. And they're two completely different things. They didn't just swap heads or recast or whatever. I can tell because it's just different construction altogether. I mean, the body does look a little bit similar, just the base of the body, but the legs are completely different. These legs are a little bit fatter and longer of the thighs. It's a little bit shorter and stubbier. It's just, this has a little joint here, see, between the shin here. This one does not. The feet is a little bit bigger on this one. The toes are a little bit spread out on that one. The tail is not as long as the SH Monstars version. There's a lot of segments though, so as far as posability, you got it with this figure here. What else? The heads, of course, you got that classic King Ghidorah head, and it looks great. Paint application, I'm happy with it. I mean, I could repaint it, give it a nice golden color, but I think I like it as is. And I really love this figure. I'm really digging it. I'm glad I purchased it. I've always wanted it. And I said, they're in stock over there. The price is pretty good. The price point was really cheap, actually. I think I'm going to purchase it, and I'm really happy with it. And I'm pretty sure if you like this version, you'd be happy with it too. All right, peace out. If you have any questions, just go ahead and feel free to DM me, and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. I am working a lot, so I just have my availability to do anything is really limited. But anyways, here you go. Like it. Awesome. Share it. Really awesome figure here. Love it. All right. Peace out. You guys have a great afternoon.